Well, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all? And welcome to late Wednesday night. Williams Wednesday night, to be exact. Williams Wednesday night. So Fuzzy's gonna leave here in a little while on a little road trip. I love to travel at night, early in the mornings, and I'm gonna run up home to Mississippi. So I got off work Wednesday morning today. And I stayed up for a while, and I got through, and I got to bed late in the afternoon and slept till a little while ago. So anyway, it's the way it's been going around here today. So there, you're caught up on the fuzzy world. Go better? I'm sure you do. So anyway, Williams Wednesday. So we're going to use the vintage Williams in the old Foley scuttle. And there's been some discussion about scuttles on another forum over there. So anyway, I'm going to use mine today, and I am using it as I believe it is intended, by soaking the brush in the scuttle. Now, this scuttle does not warm the soap. This is a cake of soap sitting on top of it, and there's no way I guess you could fill it with lighter fluid and light a fire under it and maybe warm up the pup or something like that. But this is not made to warm the lather. This is made, she has some water in there, if you didn't have running water, is my understanding. And, you know, that kind of stuff. That's what I've always seen. I just don't see how it could warm anything. You know, it's not that kind of scuttle. That didn't come along, I guess, till later. But anyway, so I got the Smog 208 here, soaking in the scuttle. And like I said, that is the vintage Williams. We're going to use the veg today because Fuzzy's chosen by the veg. Remember, you don't choose the veg. The veg chooses you. It's a love it, hate it type thing, and I understand both sides of it, but the veg has chosen me, and I like it. And there will be some fairly heavy cigar smoking on the way to Mississippi and back, and while I'm there, and this, that, and the other. So, you know, at least for a little while, the veg can stand up to that. Fender fan, I believe it was the other day, had asked about doing a Valet Auto Strop shave with one of the modern feather blades. So we're going to do that. And I dug around, and instead of getting one of the ones that you open and put the blade in and stuff, which is what I normally do with these blades, and then in these razors I normally modify the it looks like this when you get done with it. I normally modify a gem blade, just a regular SE blade, to go in there, but today we're going to use the feather blade. This is this is the VC1, one of the earlier models, and I don't know, I like the older stuff. It doesn't shave any different from some of the, you know, the VC models, the 2s, 3s, 4s, whatever, and they're all good. So we're going to open up the feather blade. These are a little harder to find sometimes, I know, and really the feather blade is, you know, ninja sharp to start with, and then it falls off pretty quick. 2 shaves out of one of these and you're doing good. That's just kind of how it goes. I've heard a lot of people say the same thing, and that's definitely how it is with me. The coffee is really good this morning. It's the chicory, dark roast chicory with the Cafe Bustelo mixed in, but I broke out a percolator this morning, so this is actually perked coffee. And it was funny, it was perked in a poly perk from probably the early 80s or late 70s. I've got a couple of the old poly perks, the avocado green 8-cup poly perk, then I've got a 4-cup, but good old percolated coffee this morning instead of drip, and that's just special. So that's the feather blade, and it's got the cutouts in the middle that you need for some of the valets that had to cut out so that they would have to use the proprietary blade. But this one doesn't. It lifts up the blade holder, and then you just slide the blade in behind the little tabby there, and you get it in. Look, it's not hard to do this without slicing your fingers. I'm gonna tell you, if you grab down lower on the blade, you can actually leave the sharp part of the blade sticking up, and you don't have to worry about it. And then you fold it over, and then you push down on the lever in the back, and when you push down on the lever in the back, that's going to bring the guard up in the front, and you pull it up to everything is snug and straight across, and then you pay a whole lot of attention to be sure, that the blade corners are behind the stops, because if it's not, I can guarantee you it ain't fun. Trust me. Anyway, this has got the handle that's thin up at the top. It's got the knurling there, knurling whatever on the bottom, and beautiful razors. They got the gears and everything on them. Really beautiful razors, the Valets are. It's an open comb, obviously, and it's just really cool to shave with the old Valet razors, I think. So fender fan, this one's for you. Although I really don't have to have that much encouragement to get a shave out of a Valet auto strop. So we got, you know, day and a half shave beard here, enough that you can you know, you can see it going pretty good. So that's going to make for a good shave. So we're going to take our old rag and do our normal prep. Oh, here we go. So it looks like I might actually get 2 days off again in a row. That is really nice. Really nice. And then this will be another work weekend, so we'll see what happens with all that. So we're going to just build us some right here on top. I poured the water out because if I don't, I splash water all over the place when I'm sitting here. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're neater than I am. There's a lot of people neater than I am. Trust me. So anyway, we're going to load up some of this good old vintage Williams right off the top of our old Foley mug. See, it says right there on the bottom, Old Foley. And I said mug, I meant scuttle. I don't know. It's probably actually more practical to keep things in a little bowl of some kind or a mug or something like that. But I just really like these cool old scuttles. I got 2 of these and one of a little bit different style. And I just love having them around. So I think I spent a little too much time there on top of the soap cake, but that's okay. That means we'll have plenty. So there we go. You'll notice you don't have to beat a brush up or anything like that to make lather. You could almost lather in a Bob Ross voice, but I can't do a Bob Ross voice. But if I could, you could almost use a Bob Ross voice while you were lathering, and you could paint some, you know, pretty little trees. Happy little trees is what he said, right? Happy little trees. There we go. Anyway, modern Williams. No problems lathering the modern Williams. And the VC1. No problem using one of those either. We're going to make sure I don't get my sideburr in there. Now the feather blades, I don't know. I've always said the same thing about feathers, whatever I was using them in. They're really sharp, but they're over sharp. It's kind of like when you over sharpen a skinning knife or whatever, it goes dull quicker. And that's my theory on the feathers too. It just dulls quicker. But anyway, they're good while they work, and if you have the razors with the cutouts, it allows you to use them easily. And if you don't have the ones with the cutouts, you could modify a gem blade. I've done some videos on that also. And then you don't have to worry about the extra cost of the, because the feather blades are more expensive. And they can definitely be harder to find. I mean, you have to order them offline. I don't know anywhere you can just pick those up. I generally order them off eBay right out of Japan. I know there's a few of the different suppliers that are selling them, but I usually get them right out of Japan. eBay is a great thing. It really is. And it looks like they're going to a system of where they process the payments instead of using the PayPal stuff. I gotta get used to that. But, you know, I know it's no different than using, you know, any other website, putting your information in to buy things. I don't know why I feel like it's different with it being eBay. I don't like when people move my cheese, if you're familiar with that particular saying. Just the way I am, I guess. I tell you what, I feel sorry for you if you don't have coffee that tastes that good. Really do. So that's, you know, still going strong here. We get our second pass in. Had plenty of lather there, nice and slick. We'll watch our angle. Come down right on under our chin here and do all this across the grain stuff. Alright, there we go. And we'll come up over here, we'll do the same thing across the grain. Just like that. And across the neck. Piece of cake. It's just shaving. Razor to razor, blade to blade. Angle and pressure. There we go. Alright. Now let's get all this here rinsed off. And another neat thing about the Valets are they're built like a tank. They really are. So they last good. I've actually got one that was found under a house. And it had been under there a while. And it still, a few drops of oil to get everything all cleaned up, and it still shaves great. So they definitely last and everything. So, alright, let's get these dried off real quick. And have a look at what we've done. So what we've done is we've taken all that old gray hair and we done made it disappear. And that is a really nice, really nice, comfortable, irritation-free shave, which is what we're all looking for. And after you get your technique down, you can just pretty well grab whatever, and it begins, you know, it becomes pretty routine. That's why I like shaving. I said it before, with a bunch of different software, hardware, a bunch of different stuff, is that the shave itself is just routine anymore. Not really all that much to it. Alright, little witch hazel here for our touch-up pass, which we all know just ends up being a whole other pass. Sitting there running a razor around. But the witch hazel does really well for that. Alright, we're going to get our usual areas we touch up. See the angle there? You just run it really nice and flat, just like you would the other single edge. And I know that I myself tend to get the angle too steep at times. I have to shallow it up with one of these. I'm not sure why I do it, but I do sometimes. Alright, let's get the old goatee trimmed up. Like I said, it bugs me if I don't. On the bottom here, we'll come around the side. Make sure we got it good. Yep. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to go back really down deep in my neck here because I just ran my finger across. I didn't like the way that. Oh, yeah. That's going to be really nice. All right. So there we go. Valet VC1 with the Valet auto strop. There is a difference between a Valet or an auto strop and a Valet. I mean, the auto strops were earlier models before they started calling it a Valet, before it was a Valet. So this is the Valet auto strop, VC1 with a feather blade. There you go. That's how we do it today. So I'm gonna get cleaned up, and I've got a few things to do, put her around, and then I'll be hitting the road for a little road trip, which is a normal thing for me. I've always been a night owl. That's why I like working nights, and just always done it that way. And I love to just randomly leave early in the morning, late at night, and drive. It's nice and cool out there. It's probably in the mid-40s, so it'll be a nice, comfortable drive down through the country. All right, splash on a little bit of the veg. If you're chosen by the veg, it's great stuff. If you're not chosen by the veg, it's cat pee. I understand. I do. I really do. I understand. I know where you're coming from. But, you know, chosen by the veg here. All right, well, y'all have a great day and night or whenever you're watching. I appreciate you watching. I really do. I think y'all come back and get a few comments. It's always nice to see. So y'all come over to TOST also and see us. That's originalsafety2.com. The original safety, the number 2, all one word, .com. And we got a whole bunch of folks that use this kind of stuff, and they're a whole lot smarter than me and know a whole lot more about them. So pop over sometime and see us, and, you know, tell them Fuzzy sent you. They'll let you in. All right. Happy shades to y'all.